whatever your legs need, you know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Thanks. We got lots of stuff coming up. Yo, what's up? What's up? I'm going to say it again. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for joining me for another week of cycling talk. And I'm your host. Who's it to? Over there? Yeah. There we go. I'm pointing both ways. And it's Luby. So I've got the camera like up high. So I need to look at the camera and not at the computer screen so you see me. So I'm getting things worked out. Studio's coming along. Green screen's up. So as you can see, like it's looking pretty cool. So I probably need to just come this way a little bit. So don't need to see Fridays, but you need to see the host's name. So let's get this mic situated right and get it popping. So like as you saw in the bio, we're going to talk about La Veulta, Tour of Spain. It's been a set of madness from the beginning right up until today with a surprise winner of today's stage. And then we're going to get into, we're going to talk about a young man who's like, he's from New Mexico. They haven't had anyone like really represent from Mexico, like talented cyclists since Raul Alcala. That was like back in the early 90s. Yeah, early 90s, maybe late 80s. So Raul Alcala was like the last person to like really be successful for Mexico. And then we're going to talk about the One Love Century Ride, which is going on in Atlanta right now. It's massive. It's probably the most black cyclists you will probably see in one spot. So what I did was I hijacked some some Instagram video from a young lady by the name of Natasha. She goes by Amazement on IG. And also from Rashawn Bahati. So he's like they're doing a presentation with him and Nelson Bales. And I'm just going to let Bahati tell you all about it because he just does a good job and there's no need for me to overtalk or explain. It just is excellent. So we're going to get into that and save the best for last. So let's get into La Veulta. Let's start off with La Veulta. So we started the week off and Remco Evenepoel, so let's have a look at my good buddy Remco. So I'm pull up the right picture. Nope. Oh, that's what I got to do. So I got to open up so here we go. So what we need to do is, so I'm showed you. So this is Remco. That was like, right now he's demonstrating really hard. And if you look behind him, it's absolutely pitch black. It's raining, so that's like a normal thing that they have to deal with. But, so you can't really complain too much about the rain because these are the things that they go through. You got to deal with the rain. But what he's really upset at is the fact that that it's dark. And his team went last because he won the Tour of Spain last year, La Veulta. So, the best goes last. You get to see what everyone else does. So it gives you a chance to defend yourself. So, you know how hard you have to ride. If you have to ride a little harder, or, so if you go first, you sort of, it's hard to gauge your effort, like unless you just know that you are the best and the fastest. So when you go last, if someone does, say, 32 kilometers, you can, okay, all I need to do to win is do 32.3. But you can't say that if you go before. So that's why they go last. That's why they were last, and they had to ride in the dark. You see the lights right behind him, and he was absolutely livid. But right, so you had a combination of it's dark, it's slippery because it's raining really hard, but because if you've been behind in any vehicle, there's spray. So these guys are riding like within the vicinity of wheel to wheel pretty much. So that spray is coming directly up into the helmets, into the eyes, into the nose, everything into the mouth. So anything that's coming off the road is coming into the face, mouth, nose, nostrils, eyes, and everything. So that's that part. So with the darkness, and then you got to squint your eyes so that you can keep as much stuff out of your eyes as possible. You limit your vision. So now you can't see because it's dark. And then on top of that, you got your eyes half closed. So because you're trying not to have anything all up in your eyes and stuff. So that's the whole reason Remco was just really He was pissed, and by right he should have been. He should have been pissed. He remonstrated, and they did something about it. And after that, they made some adjustments. But that was Remco on stage one. Stage two, how did stage two go? Stage two was weird. So because of all the stuff that they did in stage two and they messed up, this is even worse. So they finished, the race is 181K on day two. And on day two, because of the nature of the finish, which was really technical, was wet and rainy, and it was a really dangerous finish, the riders protested and said, we're not racing to that finish because, we just don't want to, just have people crashing like, hey, willy-nilly. And they said, okay, we won't go into, we won't have you sprinting and going mad inside of the last 9 kilometers. So what they did, they ended the race at 9 kilometers. So the race was neutralized. So they still kept racing. Not riding, not racing. They still kept riding to the end. So once they got to 9 kilometers, all of the main favorites or who are riding for the overall at the end of the 3 weeks, they don't have to race because they're going to get the same time as the first person that finishes. So usually that's at 3 kilometers, but they extended it to 9. But here's the thing, because it was such late planning and everything, they really didn't have a marker for kilometer 9. So the commissaires and the race organizers actually had to go back to people that were in the crowd and had cell phones and asking them can I see your cell phone? Did you get who came across, to see who actually came across at first and second, and who was the first person to cross, and because that was a very pivotal moment, because there was a young man who was way ahead of the main group by about a minute, and he had enough seconds to take the overall leader's jersey because everything's done on time. So with the crossing the 9K in the time that it did, it took them a good 15 to 20 minutes to figure out the time and the time gap, but they eventually got it, and they got it right, which was really crazy. Imagine you're just, as a fan, just sitting there and the race organizations, or you're at an NBA game or you're at a premiership game, and they come up to you, let me see your phone, I need to see who scored the goal or scored the touchdown or scored the basket or whatever sport you decide to follow. So that was crazy. That was a bit hectic. So then the next couple of days were sprint days, which sort of went to plan, and the Alpecin rider won those. I was gonna bring my screen up to show whatever, but I can't be bothered. But so we're gonna go to the next day after the sprint stage. This was a climate stage. Now, Mr. Remco here on the screen, he won the stage, but after he won the stage, directly after he finished the stage, let me see if I can. So what I do is I closed Veulta pics. You should see me again, and then we're gonna bring Remco. So this is Remco. At the end, he just won the stage. So he basically, on day one, you saw him remonstrating. And then after this, he had another go at the organizers, because when he came to the finish, the photographers pretty much line up across. So basically, you can't, right? Even if you're watching a really fast sprint, you would see the sprint, the finish line all the way across is, you can ride anywhere. But then probably 50 to 75 meters, you see a wall of photographers. And then they leave a space either to the left or to the right where the riders actually ride through, which I think is crazy. I'm like, if you're spending all of that money on promo and advertising and everything, why not build a little bridge or some type of podium where the photographers could all be atop of, and the riders can just ride straight through and still, do their thing. But yeah, so if you get a really massive bunch of riders and you get a couple inattentive riders and they are really flying, I've seen riders have to avoid the photographers, which I think is crazy. So, but in this case, Remco come through the finish, and he had there was some talk that he had a planned celebration for the finish, and the celebration, he had his arms wide, like this, just wide open. So he is going pretty fast, and less than 50 meters from the finish was a line of photographers with no way through. They were all the way across the road. And the only reason for this is because there's a mountaintop finish. So as a mountaintop finish, like the riders are not usually going that fast. So like it's a finish, they're trying to get off the bike. So they usually like, it's okay, it's cool. But at the finish, right at the finish, it crests and starts to go downhill. So you gain up speed. So the finish to the crest of the top of the climb wasn't that steep. So Remco was able to use his sprint and get quite a bit of speed and win the sprint. So when he came through the line, he was doing, a good bit of speed. It was at like maybe 30, 34, 35K, which is pretty fast. And then after he came through the line, he's taking his hands off the bars. Now he's going downhill. He's picking up speed, and there's a wall of photographers. So I don't have the picture of him. I was going to put it up, but I don't. Like he hit, they're not sure if it was a masseuse or someone else from another team or if it was a reporter, but he hit a lady and he knocked her down. She went to the ground. Shouldn't laugh, but she went to the ground. And then, as you can see what happened, he busted his head. He got up. He was sort of in between like emotions. You could see he was like, what the hell is this? What's going on? But at the same time, he just won the stage, in celebration, and he took the leader's jersey at the same time as well. So it was a bit of yin and yang. So that was sort of weird to see. And that was like, that's been the Tour of Spain so far. It's just been a really weird one. And then today they had predicted like the Alpecin rider, can't remember his name, but it was predicted to win. And then we had a different winner. Let me see if I pull this up. I hope I don't lose. So I can bring in my thing like that. I didn't realize I could do that. Okay, so let me duck out of this real quick and get rid of that. So if we go to, but I have to. So this is La Volta, La España. So this is just day one of what I have up on the screen at the minute. So what I'm going to do is, wrong one. Put you back. And what I'm going to do is, so it's hoping to sort of avoid this. So now, if we go to, so let me just get you the correct name of the sprinter. So stage 2, stage 4, and what is his name? Come on. Caden Groves won stage 4, Alpecin Deconic. So he's actually in the points jersey. So if I scroll over that, so he's in the points jersey. He leads the points jersey by how many points? He's on 75, and second place is Andrea Vandrami, and he rides for Citroën. And third place is Andres Kron, because he won the stage the day before, and he rides for La Tour d'Astany. So we come to fast forward to today, which I believe is stage 7. Nope, we are not on stage 7 as yet. So page not found. Okay, come on, be user friendly. Be user friendly. Be nice. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. So stage 6. There we go. So stage 6, that was yesterday. Sepp Kuss. So we got to talk about Sepp Kuss. I'm glad I saw Sepp Kuss. Sepp Kuss won the stage yesterday for Jumbo-Visma. He's in overall standings. He's in second place, right behind the current leader, Lenny Martinez. And he's currently the youngest rider in the Tour of Spain at the minute. So let's come off of that and get rid of Remco. Where are we, Remco? So see ya, Remco. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you Sepp Kuss. So Sepp Kuss is probably, as far as I'm concerned, he deserves. The year is not finished, but he deserves Rider of the Year. He's done the Giro d'Italia. It's a 3-week race. He's done the Tour de France. So in the Giro d'Italia, he guided and he supported. Where am I getting this? Oh, that's my microphone. Okay. So he let me just drop that down. Is it out? There you go. Can't be having them weird lines in there. So Sepp Kuss. Let me bring up a picture of Sepp Kuss. Or I have a video of Sepp Kuss. I don't want to play the video. Let's see. And pause. So, so as you come in, you see Sepp Kuss. See, he's got the bottle up too. So Sepp Kuss is a talented, super talented rider from the US of A. And he rode the Giro d'Italia, 3-week race. He guided Primož Roglič to a win and supported, like he was the number one support for Primož Roglič to win the Giro d'Italia. And then he did the same thing for Jonas Vingegaard, and he won the Tour de France. So Sepp Kuss was like basically like the man that would be like when they got into the big mountains, he would be the man setting the pace, destroying everybody, and the only person able to stay with Sepp would be his team leader or principal who was designated to win. So it's so weird because it's almost some talk where they're saying that they might they might actually be like underplaying him, and they want him to actually win the Tour de Volta. So, but that on top of that, what makes that crazy? It would be the first team to win all 3 major Grand Tours. So they have the Giro d'Italia, Tour of Italy. They have the Tour de France, and now it's potentially in this race they have all 3 guys. They have Sepp Kuss, you see on the screen. They have Jonas Vingegaard and Primož Roglič. So these guys, they have the potential. Any one of these guys could win. I don't see anybody else finishing in the top of the podium for this Tour of Spain. Even though Remco is in it to win it and stuff, he just doesn't have that same punch that these 3 riders have. Like the Jumbo-Visma, just like they are just the cream of the crop. And the only person that can really battle Jumbo-Visma, and he has to do it on his own, is Tadej Pogačar. So he's like, Tadej is the only person that can really stand up against these guys. So saying all of that to say that because he's worked so hard and like to see him win a stage, everyone is just elated and over the roof that he won the stage. But no one was more elated than Sepp Kuss. So let's see how Sepp Kuss celebrated. This was probably an amazing victory, and also his celebration was amazing as well. Let's see. I'm not playing the audio because I'm not trying to get. He's going for it. 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 He's going. He's still going. Oh my goodness! And then he rightly so says like, "Woo." So directly after that, like he rubs his stomach, but then he said that a few minutes later, it went straight to his head. I'm not surprised that amount of champagne. I don't know if it's champagne or prosecco. I can't see the bottle, but yeah, that amount of alcohol. Wow. So, and then he rode again today because that was yesterday. He rode today, and he finished up today. So luckily, it was a downhill stage because I know, to ride with that higher level of alcohol content in your body, it is really, really dehydrates you. So like let's look at that again. Sepp Kuss. This is amazing. This is just like he's just won a massive mountain stage, and he's just really going for the ghost right here. This is pretty amazing. So yeah, like I said, right after that, he said his head felt a little funny because like he actually went for it, and you see he's rubbing his stomach like, yeah, that was a lot. So that was Sepp Kuss. He done the thing for his team, represented well for his team, and he won the stage. But like I said, I personally think that it's sort of like it's sort of like they got him in the wings, and like I think people want him to win, and we'll see. I have a sneaky feeling that Sepp Kuss is going to like, at the end of the day, he'll be on the podium, but there's a good chance that he might be the winner of the Tour of Spain. I like Remco. Remco's a talented rider, but he just doesn't have what these guys have. So let's get on to our next person we're going to talk about. His name is Isaac Del Toro. He's from Mexico, and he is the first rider to really like come out and shine from Mexico since Raul Alcala. And I actually got to ride against Raul Alcala in at CIC games, and we were riding. I'm supposed to be talking about Isaac's side, but in this particular race, there's a bunch of guys had gone off in the break. Had one of my guys, Chris Hedges. He was off in the break doing his thing, and it's funny because I told Chris, it's like, Chris, this is not the race to, like, the break is not gonna stay. That stuff you see in the Tour de France where the break goes away and then it gets ruled back. Inevitably. Well, that's going to happen, but he didn't listen. He was much young and full of, how the saying goes, and he took off and he went and he did his thing. And sure enough, Mexico, led by Raul Alcala, went to the front, and they were like six in a row, doing the pace line, and they took their time. They they calculated and they brought it back, and they must have brought it back with some maybe 20 miles to go. And the funny thing is, on the way to them bringing it back, I was riding like right on like 6th or 7th wheel on that wheel, and I was like, and I sort of got into the pace line. So it's like, if you get into the pace line, they're not gonna stop you. It's like, if you want to help you, they're gonna take any help. But I got to the front, and then I sort of slowed up. And because they're like Mexican, they don't speak English or whatever. And Raul Alcala came up next to me in perfect English. If you're not gonna help, stay up out of the way. And it's just rider etiquette, So I knew better, but sometimes you have to try, because sometimes you get riders who you can like intimidate, and you can cause problems. But I didn't want to make any enemies, because who knows, I may have needed a water bottle or something later if I got into trouble. And if you make enemies, you be out there and suffer on your own. So it's like, no worries. So I just sat basically 7th wheel, just sat there the whole time until they chased it back, which was a pretty cool experience. So, but this is Isaac Del Toro, and he just won the Tour l'Avenir. So let's see. Let's pull back up and this is Isaac. Let's get a better picture of him. That's him here. A couple of videos. So, and then I'm also not gonna let the videos play here either, the music, because I don't want to because you get copyright strikes and stuff, or they'll block the video if they have some strange music playing. So this is Isaac. So it's got some great music playing, but it's a shame we can't play it. And this is in the Tour of l'Avenir. This is just another race where he was able to win. Really talented rider. Looking forward to what he's going to be doing in the future. And he's like the next thing. He's going to be the next thing. And just keep your eye out for him. Isaac Del Toro. Remember that name. These guys are getting younger and younger. The talent is coming to the forefront, younger and younger. So that's Isaac Del Toro. I just wanted to touch on him because he's an amazing young man. So now we're gonna jump into, let's get my screen back. Get this guy off of the screen. You're a super young man. You're talented, but you had your time on my show. I'm pretty sure I'll be talking a lot about you in the future. So next up and last but not least, we're going to get into One Love. So that's not the. So basically, this is some. Like, as you can see how many people's there. It's a lot of people. Look, it's hundreds of people there. Maybe touching just shy of 1,000, but there's hundreds of riders from all over the US of A and even other parts of the world as well. Because a couple of riders flew in from different parts of the world, and yeah, it's just an amazing sight to see. Just so many riders of color in one place. Sorry, and they look good. One thing we do is we know how to spend money, and like the price of some of the bikes that are here is just ridiculous. I mean, I've been in the sport since the 80s, and some of the cost of some of the bikes that these guys are riding cost more than probably the older bikes that I've had together. So yeah, but I had one bike that was really expensive, but it wasn't mine. It was someone else's, and I got to use it. It was like a prototype time trial bike, but it wasn't mine. But it was a privilege to be able to use it, so I can't call that mine. So let's just a quick look at the some of the folks that attended One Love, and Natasha's doing her thing, going around and getting everybody, being Miss Social Bug, which is pretty awesome. So let's bring up the little One Love banner, and then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to my screenshot and need to get that met. So we're going to resume the video from here. So basically, at the One Love thing, it's not just usually like a century ride, and you go, and so they really like putting it on. It looks like a major, a really good event. So and it's got me thinking. I was like, dude, you need to get your stuff together, get your kits together, get everything ready, and just make sure you can be there for next year and have a booth, and do what these guys are doing. So right now, Natasha's on her way to the Legion thing. This is with Justin and Corey's stand, and these guys have got lots of t-shirts and kits and jerseys and bottles and everything. So yeah, so let's see. Listen,
I can't get over here fast enough. This is Justin. Woo. Yes, right here. That's my president. This is the Lion's Den. Nice.
It's going.
So Justin did end up coming? Corey as well?
I don't know about Corey.
Yeah, we always get Justin. We don't get Corey too much. Who else do we have over here? I got to go get a picture with Corey. How y'all doing? Hey, we going to be juicing today? She juicing today? Thank you. Jenny. We got Storm in the house with Cycle Jamaica. Hey, lady. Woo. Shrimp. Woo, woo, woo. Oh, y'all got the VIP tent over here. Snacks. Woo, they got the good snacks. Thank you. And of course, Chris is always here in Aztec. Everybody's at the start gate. I got to get up there.
Trying to turn the volume down, but I know it's loud. So right now,
is that Justin?
Right now, Justin's speaking.
That is Justin from Legion.
So she's trying to run up to get up to Justin so she can record.
I gotta get up here. Sorry. May I please? Oh wow, you got the wheel sticker.
Make sure you're calling out the potholes. We're out here to have an incredible day. It's beautiful outside. Enjoy yourselves, enjoy each other, have a conversation. Cycling is about spreading love, spreading knowledge, and really just enjoying something that
Are you
you
getting
get
ready
to
to
do with
speak?
people.
I don't think so.
Okay,
That
can
kind of
you
same
back up a
outlook
little
on
bit?
life.
Go ahead.
We're having a table talk tonight at Specialized in Atlanta. If you guys are free, feel free to come out with us. Hosted by Erica.
So let me just. This is Dante. Dante is one of the premier riders. Justin is the one that's speaking right now, but Dante is also, so he heads up the Miami Blazers, and it's funny. Natasha's like, yo, she's quite polite, but it was like, you go on my way. I need to see Justin. It's cool though. It's cool though. She didn't definitely wasn't rude about it, and Dante was a pretty good sport, but Dante, talented rider here. So let's listen to Justin.
Couldn't do a lot of things without
That's
her.
Erica. She heads up Level Up. She's like she pushes the cycle community in Miami. Is it Miami or Fort Lauderdale? I can't remember. But she pushes the cycle community hard down there. She has a really big event called Ride with the Pros. She brings in Justin, Rashan Bahati, Dante, and a bunch of other people, so that it's called Ride with the Pros, and it's a weekend similar to One Love, and it's an amazing weekend as well.
Please show up and have a safe ride, man. I appreciate you all. It's beautiful. I'm pretty speechless to see this many people out, but I'm grateful. So thank you guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the last voice you will hear will be our official
So that there's
starter.
Corey, that there's Justin and Dante. So you see the back of Justin, and so basically when Legion started out, these two were basically on Legion, and through whatever, Dante wasn't on the team like when it went really big. So when Dante went to Miami and formed his own team, which is pretty cool because that's what you need. I mean, spread the talent, and he's got a really amazing nucleus of guys in Miami.
To do that, let me
This is Justin.
ask a couple of questions. What is
How you
our
doing?
watchword for today? What is our watchword for today? What is the watchword for today? Safety. All right, now, here's another call and response.
Oh, I got it on live.
This is not
It's on
a
live.
So that's Erica one. So I'm just gonna that's the end of that. So that was the let me go back to that. That was that part of the start. So basically it's just a Friday ride. Like it's called a fish fry. They go and they chill out, they eat and all of this stuff. It's a pretty cool day. And then this next part we're gonna get into, basically I need say nothing. So I'm just gonna let Rashan Bahati just talk to you and tell you about the day and everything that's like, well, not the day, but there's this special event going on. He said, this is dope, extremely humbled to be a part of the experience. A huge shout out to Maryland Cycling Classic and United Healthcare, along with Dope Nerds and the Baltimore Times. So let's get into it. So Rashan could tell you more about it. Take it away, Rashan. This is Nelson Vales. He is an icon. He's a hero. He's a pioneer. He is second place in the '86 Olympics, and first person of color to win a medal on the track. And this is this great Nelson Vales. Don't mess it up. Remember, don't forget that Nelson Vales.
I do a live about once every 6 months, and I'm doing one now. Okay. So y'all can just keep doing whatever y'all doing, man.
What we're talking about.
Dope nerds is dope. I kept saying that to myself last night. I was like, man, it's so dope. I have daughters, and when they was super young, we used to put them in this summer program called Black Girls Do Code at Cal State Dominguez Hills. They used to hate it, right? But by the end of it, they loved it. They want to just hang out. But it was so I'm super excited about what you're doing. Yeah. She's a dope nerd, everyone. She made an immersive VR thing where you put these goggles on, right? And you walk through a timeline of African-American cyclists, and it started with Major Taylor, and then as you have the VR glasses on, it picked up with Nelson Vales, and then it moved on to me, and then it moved on to Justin and Corey. And like I said, it's immersive, so if you look around with the goggles on, you see Major Taylor behind you, you see Nelson Vales behind you. Man, it's super dope. And then they have these images right here on the wall. And I'm gonna show you something else. So this is Baltimore Times, black-owned newspaper, and then they have this green screen right here. You can take a photo and put yourself on the cover of the Baltimore Times. Super dope. And by the way, the Times is already out today, and there it is, the hard copy. Last but not least, it's a dope piece of art right here that you download this app and you point your phone at this image, and that image becomes immersive and it walks you through some history of the great Major Taylor. Done by this young man, California man, by the way, West Coast. So yeah, we're getting ready to do a ribbon cutting, and that's it, super dope. And I'm gonna show you outside because it's absolutely beautiful here in Baltimore right now. The weather is perfect. We're right on the harbor. You checking? Oh, so you're doing a little test. We got a ribbon cutting. This is the outside of the pop-up. Pedal of Resilience. So yeah, we're gonna cut the ribbon real quick. We're right here in the inner harbor of Bmore. It's beautiful, man, I'm telling you. Absolutely stunning right now. I went for a bike ride this morning in this weather, rushed back, showered, and came out here. Hey, I got you on the hard copy, man. I'm gonna grab some, and maybe we do a little contest or something, man. I'll ship them out. But yeah, definitely going in the archives. We're talking about black resilience, and he playing a Star Spangled Banner. The irony. That's hilarious. The irony is beyond crazy. Hey, he's just honing in on his craft, I guess. But anyway, thanks for watching. I might even save this one because it's sunny out here. See my eyes. So sunny. Let me put my stunner shades on. I'll save this one in case some people miss it. I think it's important to know. It's some important information. If you're in the DMV area, definitely pop down here. The big race is Sunday, but this is extremely important. It's not just a bike race. They're doing a lot of other things to engage the community and also pay homage. I'm just humbled that I'm part of the homage, you know what I mean? When I got into cycling, I had no idea I would be featured on billboards and magazines and all this stuff. I was just doing what I love to do. But this is amazing, and I appreciate everyone who supports me and the Bahati Foundation. But again, if you're in the DMV area, please come check this out. We're talking about a black-owned newspaper, the only black-owned engineering VR firm. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it's something like that. She is the lady who started it. Dope nerds come from technology background and decided to do her own thing to cultivate her own community, and what she did with the immersive VR thing is absolutely great. But you have to be here to experience it. Maybe there's a way that it could go on one of the apps or something like that if you have VR glasses and you can use it. So anyway, I'm gonna go back inside. We're gonna cut this ribbon and get out of here. Thank you.
It's almost done. He's gonna talk. He's gonna bump into Nelson Vales.
I'm still alive, man. I'm running out of minutes. Final last words before I hang up, Nelly.
Oh, so Baltimore Harbor, we couldn't have picked a better weekend. I mean, we were blessed with weather. I mean,
weather's amazing.
It's not hot, humid right now. We had a really nice bike ride, and
it's like summertime in Chicago right now. Out by the lakefront. That's what it feels like. It reminds me of.
It feels like you got the view already, right?
Yep.
So thanks, folks. I tell you what, this piece is amazing from the Baltimore Times. I am so honored, and then just to be alongside of you with this whole journey is so cool.
It's dope. Who would ever know when I met you at 16 years old, the Nike campus in Beaverton, Oregon, that we'd be here, about 18 years later, doing stuff.
And
so
clothing with our name on it.
Right?
From the Nike place.
There it is.
There it is. How you grow.
So check out the Baltimore Times, check out Dope Nerds, and show them some love. All right, we out of here.
So that was Rashawn Bahati, and he's talking about it's just a lot. So all of the heroes, like the pioneers in black cycling, from Major Taylor through to Nelson Vales, through to Rashawn Bahati. And that's pretty amazing to see. And then, like you said, there's all of the other stuff going on. So it's a complete weekend. So basically, that's what I was trying to round up and say. It's a complete weekend of amazing stuff that's happening, that's going on. Is it Baltimore? One Love? I'm confused. I need to look up, because Rashawn's in Baltimore, and I was thinking that One Love's in Atlanta, Georgia, isn't it? That's two completely different things. Oh my goodness. I think I just really kerfuffled. Anyway, that's really good. We got to see One Love. We got to see Rashawn and him doing his thing in Baltimore. And in the city, as an absolutely beautiful place. I haven't been there since the 90s, but it's a beautiful, beautiful place. It's a must see. It's a must see. It's one of those places that you gotta go to and experience. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to be out, and I hope you enjoyed that. I think I got through everything that I wanted to get through. So I'm gonna just okay, let's get rid of the One Love. Get rid of One Love. And I'm gonna so we gotta come down a bit. Yeah, when we come down, we're gonna get that spot up there. It's all right. Yeah, so we basically, that's the light reflecting. So I gotta get some different lights for the studio, so that basically I'm not getting that reflection off of the backdrop, or maybe figure out something to shield that or something. But like I said, the studio is coming along, and really looking forward to what's going on and what's happening. So like it says in the backdrop, it's a Paso de Stelvio. There's a picture that I took when I was in Italy last August. I didn't travel anywhere this year because I'm basically been working on getting this going. So I haven't been doing the like making the type of money that I normally make, because I'm putting everything into what's going on here. So if can I take the green screen off? Select the backdrop. It's going to be white wall. Clear recent items. I don't want to do that. Sample images. How do you? Green screen. So basically, that's the green screen behind me. So that's what it looks like. So this is the first part. This is the first stage, and then I have a little wall here, a slat board just that is right next to me. So once that slat board is up and everything, I have another camera that I'm gonna put up here, and that camera will like operate from a different angle. I'm not quite sure I'm gonna put it, like here or up here, like down or up or whatnot. And and I'm gonna have a bunch of stuff like bike stuff. So just trying to do a little something. So the studio's coming along. It's a massive space. The studio is large. I have 4 bikes over there. I have a bike frame there, a set of wheels there, a bag of parts. So the plan is to get a couple of those bikes on the wall, so that when I do have the studio finished and I have the couch or chairs or whatnot, and we have our sit downs, then we can it's going to be a really bike type atmosphere, really bike type. So yeah, I'm just really looking forward to that. So, but anyway, that's about it. Let me see. Do I have any other? I have the One Love pick, One Love video. We saw that. So yeah, I thought I might have had another pick that I could share with you, but I don't. It's all good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get on up and out of here, and it's been a pleasure. I will see you on Sunday. Because I'm just getting on top of this eCam. So today's show felt a whole lot better. It was a lot smoother, and so I'm just getting on top of the eCam, and it's got so many awesome features and stuff. There's a thing called a switcher that I can use remote to change all the things yet, but I haven't even gotten to that yet. So I'm just, going one, we're building the plane as we fly it, one step at a time. But it's been cool. Those that did pop in, check in, thank you for popping in. If you hit the like button, thank you very much. Remember, subscribe to the channel, share, and we just getting started. It's cool. I like this. I'm getting practice doing this. And we will see you on Sunday for the recovery ride. So the recovery ride basically is on Sunday. We're going to be just going over what happened in Atlanta for the One Love ride. Alrighty, so peace out. That's crazy. People just pop in and pop out. They see the thing, they click on it, click off. But it's all good. It's all good. It's all good right now. I'm a nobody right now. I can dig that. But it's going to be there. But anyway, we got the t-shirts coming. I'm hoping my t-shirt comes by next Friday. If it doesn't come next Friday, I definitely have it for the recovery ride on Sunday. So let's get out of here with this part here. Where are we? Sever your legs, media. You know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Thanks. We got lots of stuff coming up. Sever your legs, media. You know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Thanks. We got lots of stuff coming up.